Welcome to this advanced yoga flow. This practice includes creative, dynamic sequences and more challenging variations of postures for people who are looking for a challenge in their practice. When you're ready, we'll begin in a seated position. So find a comfortable place, close your eyes, and start to deepen your breath to begin by tuning into your body. Start to find your ujjayi, that oceanic sounding breath. And then with an inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, roll them back and down. Couple more times, moving with your breath. And relax the shoulders all together. You could either open your eyes or keep them closed for this. Interlace your fingers, clasp your hands together. Start to roll out your wrists. Then keep the interlace of the fingers, but open the palms. Lift the right hand up, keep the left hand down, and press the hands towards one another. Then switch, lower the right wrist down, lift the left wrist up. Keep pressing the hands together. Then shake out the wrists all together and come into tabletop. Inhale, dip your belly, arch your spine, push back, sending the hips to the heels. Exhale, round your back, ripple forwards, shoulders stack the wrists. Inhale, spine arches, move back. Exhale, spines rounds, come forwards. Continue moving with your breath. You could start to elaborate on this and go all the way forwards into a cobra and all the way back into a child's pose. The next time you're pushing yourself back into tabletop or child's pose, tuck your toes, lift your hips, come back to downward dog. Start to pedal out the legs, sway the hips side to side. Then bring the feet together, bend the knees, and open the knees wide. Twist to the left, gaze under the left shoulder. You could reach the left arm up too and gaze up to challenge the balance. Come back through center, then spin to the right, gaze under the right shoulder. Right arm reaches up, lift the gaze. Come back through center, reset the feet. Lift the right leg high, inhale, open the hip. Start to circle the ankle a few times clockwise. And then anti-clockwise. Bend the knee and circle the leg away from the body a few times. Then in towards the body a few times. Cross the right ankle over the front of the left knee. Then spin open into side plank on your right. Start to bend the left leg and spin around. Place the left hand behind you and lift the hips to come into a reverse tabletop. Sit the hips down, let the legs fall to your left side. Wrap the left arm around the right leg. Place the right hand behind and twist to the right. Counter twist to the left. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, spin around to face the front of your mat and come back to downward dog. Lift the left leg high, open out the hip. Start to circle out the ankle, starting anti-clockwise this time. And then clockwise. Bend the knee, circle out the leg away from you. And then in towards you. Cross the left ankle over the top of the right knee. Open into side plank on your left. Start to bend the right leg, spin around, place the right hand behind you to come into reverse tabletop. Sit the hips down, let the legs fall to the right side. Wrap the right arm around the left leg, place the left hand behind, and twist to the left. Counter twist to the right, hold for a breath in. Exhale, spin around to face the front of the mat and come back to down dog. Lift the right leg high, open out the hip. Then open into side plank on your left, keeping the right leg lifted. Sweep the right leg forwards, plant it by the left hand, and keep turning to your left to come into a twisted straddle. You can either keep the right arm reaching up or wrap it behind your back. Bend the right knee, sink the hips to the right heel, and bring hands to prayer for Skanasana. Sit the hips down. Left hand comes to the right ankle. Right arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. And you could reach to take hold of the foot. Inhale to release, lift up. Then turn to face the front of your mat. Reach your arms up, come to high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend the back knee, lower it to the mat. Inhale, arms reach forward, straight in the front leg, half split. Exhale here. Pause for another breath or two. Then rebend the front knee, take a hold of the back of the ankle. Shift forwards and lift the back leg up to come to standing splits. Lower the back foot, press the floor away, and sweep the front leg back to a one-legged plank. Inhale here. Exhale, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, finding your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg high, open the hip. Then open into side plank on your right, keeping the leg lifted. Sweep the leg forwards, bringing it by the right hand. Keep spinning to the right to come into a twisted straddle. Left arm either stays extended or you could wrap it behind the back. Bend the left leg, sink the hips to the heel, bring hands to prayer for Skanasana. Sit the hips all the way down. Right hand catches the left ankle, left arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the right, reaching to take hold of the foot. Release. Inhale, lift up. Turn to face the front of your mat. Reach your arms up, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, lower the back knee down to the mat. Inhale, arms reach forward, straighten the front leg, half split. Exhale here. Pause for a few more breaths. Rebend the front knee, catch a hold of that ankle, shift forwards and lift the back leg up for standing splits. Lower the back foot down, press the floor away, sweep the front leg back into a one-legged plank. Inhale. Exhale, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Looking to the top of the mat, hop, step, or jump to forward fold. Exhale all the breath out as you fold. Then round the spine, roll up to stand. And relax the shoulders. Bring the left foot to the right hip crease, coming into a half lotus. Tree pose variation. You can either use your hands to keep the foot in place or bring hands to prayer. Start to bend the grounded leg, lower down, coming through a chair position. You could use your hands for stabilizers as you lift the right heel, lower down into a toe stand, steady yourself, and then bring hands back to prayer. Use the hands for support. Ground the right heel, come back up through that chair position. Then bring the left foot further down so it's just above the right knee. Plant the hands on the mat and rest the left leg just above the elbows. Shift forwards and see if you can pick up the right foot, either keeping the leg bent or extending the leg to find flying pigeon. Lower the right foot down, slide the left leg down the arms, and edge the back leg down the mat to find pigeon pose, either staying upright or folding forwards. Step back to plank and move through your vinyasa. Then hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up to stand. Then bringing the right ankle to the left hip crease, coming into that half lotus tree pose. Then placing the hands, focusing the gaze. Bend the grounded leg lower down, coming through a chair pose. Pause a breath or two here. And you could use your hands for this next part to stabilize you as you lift the left heel. And sink the hips down, coming into a toe stand. Then taking the hands away if you feel steady. Bring the hands back down, lift the hips to come back to that chair position. Plant the hands, rest the right leg on the back of the arms, and shift your weight forwards into the hands. Either seeing if you can lift the left foot, or maybe extend the leg for flying pigeon. Lower the left foot down, slide the front leg down the mat, down the arms to come into pigeon pose. And you can either stay seated upright or you could fold forwards. Inhale to sit up if you folded forwards. Sit over on the right side, swing both legs in front of you. Then cradle the left leg in towards your chest. Rocking from side to side a few times. Then set up for a compass pose, hucking the leg on the back of the shoulder. And extend the leg. Turn your head. Gaze under your right arm or just over to the right side. Then rebend the left leg. Bring the foot to the right hip crease, coming into a half lotus. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Relax chin to chest. Release and extend the left leg. Then cradle right leg into the chest, rocking from side to side. Setting up for a compass, hooking the back of the knee over the top of the shoulder. And extending the leg, turning gaze to the left side. Rebend the right knee. Bring the foot to the left hip crease. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale to release. Straighten the right leg. Then bend your knees, cross your ankles, rock forwards and step to plank. Hold for breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down to your belly, relax your arms by your side. With an inhale, lift the arms and the legs and the chest to find locust. You could stay here or take a hold of the ankles and come up into bow. Release your pose. Push back up to tabletop. Hips stay over the knees, arms reach forwards, sink the chest down for puppy pose. Option to extend the legs here. Inhale, lift the chest, come up into a kneeling position. Keeping the hands at the lower back to begin. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, puff up the chest. Come into camel pose. Moving gradually with the breath, option to bring hands into prayer. Final option to reach the arms overhead. Slowly release. Come back to a kneeling position. Rest the hands on the thighs. Close the eyes. Let the spine settle. Then setting up for a headstand. It could be tripod, it could be supported. Come up into your headstand. And when you're there, you could explore any variation, or as we have prepared for it, you could come into lotus. Release your pose, come back down, and take child's pose. Then come and lie down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a gentle rock side to side. Option to take happy baby here. If you're in happy baby, bring the legs together, lower the feet to the mat. Keeping the knees bent, bring the feet together, open the knees wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Resting the hands where it feels comfortable. Extend the arms and the legs to find Shavasana. Deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to your space. And start to move your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest. And roll onto your side. When you're ready, join me back in a seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed for a moment or two longer. Just finishing with a few deep breaths. soaking in the effects of the practice. When you're ready, flick your eyes open. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope that you enjoyed this sequence. Hopefully you felt challenged in the way that you wanted to be. Thank you again. I hope to see you for another class.